What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Circus. Today on the left side here, we have Gold Pride Punk, Todd operating that deck. I think he swapped with the list. This is still a 60 card build for this video, but I think he swapped it out for a more consistent build. And on the right side here, we have Jacob playing P.U.N.K. I know he's on some Evil Swarm Nightmare stuff. This card's pretty sick. It's a rank 4 that, like, when your opponent puts someone out, you detach a material, bounce it back, something like that. Very good card. But if you guys are wanting to see any more content like this, let me know down in the comment section below. And let me know who do you think is going to win this duel, as well as don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It helps the channel a lot. We are on the road to 3K here. Hopefully 5K by the end of the year. We see a Todd getting his refill of his Mountain Dew over here. This is actually a top 8 match, by the way. I don't think it really matters for you guys, but we're going to see some high rolls here, and that was a 4, and then we see a 12, and yeah. So we're going to be seeing P.U.N.K going to be starting off here. Still a very strong deck. It does lose to a lot of stuff, but P.U.N.K Adventure, just a great deck. Very generic deck. 3s are always going to be great. Temple's going to activate, searching for the Rite of Aramasir. I'm still amazed that we didn't get, I remember everyone's like, oh yeah, the Brave Vengeance is going to be hit. Here we are, a year and a half later, not hit at all. We're going to see the token being summoned out, and then the Fateful being placed onto the field. We're going to be seeing a normal summon of the Cloak, and then we're going to be seeing the Fateful effect, searching for the Drago back, and then they're going to be able to activate the secondary effect, search for a monster, and then discard a card, which we all know is going to be that Drago back, and then Drago back is going to be the Equip. But fun fact in the P.U.N.K deck is you can actually discard any cloaks and stuff like that. We are going to be seeing the Drago back being discarded though. But you can see a Boots being discarded, a Gloves being discarded. These cards are soft bricks, kind of. I mean, Gloves is definitely a soft brick in your hand. But, being put in the graveyard, then it can facilitate all their stuff, as well as being able to activate their good effects. And then we're going to be seeing them summon out a Wielder, then linking off into the Cherubini. Cherubini effects going to send the Graph, so we are playing we're sending the Seer, summoning out the Graph. We are playing that BA stuff still. I remember there was a time where it was not played. Then we're going to be seeing something I always forgot about, the Reborning of the Cherubini effect, linking into Rusty, and that's just going to be a scoop there. Opponent not even giving a chance, getting so much advantage out of there. Having Fog Blades is still pretty good these days. You imagine being able to search for Imperm. That's really why Marintis is really good. Pretty much same thing here. But moving on swiftly to game 2. In theory, the P.U.N.K player doesn't actually know what Todd's playing. I mean, I'm pretty sure that he does know, due to the fact that I think they played in not in Top Cut, but in the regular matches. But and Todd's been playing this for a few weeks now. But they'll be able to go first here, which is pretty good. I think that Pin Roller, or whatever his name is, Ball Roller, going to look at it right now. Yeah, Roller Baller is actually a crazy card. The fact that it's during the main phase, so you can do it during your opponent's main phase, and then if it's lower, being able to I think, what do they do? It sucks. Does it suck too? 1+. Yeah, so obviously, you are going to get at least 2 suctions of the Gold Pride, but being able to do multiple is probably pretty crazy. Especially if you have lots of Gold Prides in your hand, being able to go for a 5 is practically like Nibiru, but being able to just put them in their spell trap zones also kind of it sucks, but it doesn't suck, because if you have a card that destroys stuff for your opponents, or I don't know, I think we need I mean, you could play Droplets if Cash does get hit. That could be a very nice tech there, being able to send off the Droplets. I actually like that a lot, to be honest. So you're going to see Gold Pride Punk going to be able to go first. And it looks like a little bit of a brick. We're going to be seeing a normal summon of Xiamen here, activating the effect, paying 600. searching for the Foxy, getting hit by that Droll and Lockbird. This is the format. I have to hit it when I'm playing Super Heavy Samurai. You get to hit it when you're playing Punk. Good luck searching now, Todd. A big think here. Looking at those synchros, looking at the fish synchros. I wonder if he has any other play than this. Simply going to be passing on that. Droll is rough. We're seeing them set one card and passing. Their hand not good as well. That is kind of crazy. Is there another Droll in the hand? But I mean, all you have to have is one summon. They're going to activate the Ogre Dance here, searching for Wagon, maybe hoping that he doesn't get drolled on this. Being able to normal summon, there's no Droll here. Activating the effect, paying 6, searching for the field spell, and now we are off to the races. Being able to activate the field spell, getting draws as well as we also have we have Xiamen we can activate as well. We're going to activate here, paying 600, searching for another Ogre, and then they're going to be able to draw one more card. This is going to be follow up, or just being able to summon itself out by banishing. We see a Gold Pride carry, and our life points are already lower here. So we are really starting to be able to snowball. We're going to be seeing the power of the Gold Pride with Punk here. We're going to be activating the effect, summon itself out, activating her effect, searching for a trap card, which is a pretty nice trap, I may say myself. Gold Pride are actually surprisingly high rarity. They're going to be seeing the effect of the field spell, banishing to summon out the Shari Huchai. Shari Huchai effect's going to activate, paying 600 to fusion summon, going for the Shark. Rising Carp effect's going to activate here, going for the Deer Note. Deer Note's going to be rising to summon out Deer Note as well as Xiamen. Are going for Madame Spider here, paying 600, searching for the trap, and then being able to get another draw as well. So we just search for 2 traps and draw on 2 cards. Very nice. And then we're going to be seeing a Synchro Summon going into the Fish Boy. Oh. Take a second to read this. And then we're going to be flipping up a Fog Blade on it, targeting. And that's kind of good. It cannot attack or activate its effects. We're going to be seeing an XYZ going into the Captain Carry here. We actually have we have some merch coming out for her as well. Not me, but Cousin Konami does. I'm not too sure what Gold Pride you'd want to send with her effect, but we're going to see the Nib happen here. Getting that token onto the field. Very rough, but we do have, it is a nice big token. And that does make that Fog Blade fall off. Here we can activate the Foxy effect. Dumping itself and the Ogre Dance. That's a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? A lot of Punk stuff we've went through already. We've seen the Xiamen, 2 Ogres, the Foxy, the Shark, the Madame Spider, as well as the Wagon been all burned. Is there another target in his deck other than that Deer Note on the top of it? Getting for that Deer Note here, okay. And we do have Start Your Engines. And it looks like we also have a Cross-Up Designator, so we will be able to get that goatee stuff online. But I don't really think we have anything else here. We have a Druid Worm, okay. banishing the ogre. So we do have some extension plays here. Interesting. I mean, I guess you would really want to banish those. You really do want to banish the PK stuff. It's also good against Mathemax, so I guess, like, kind of cross. We're going to be seeing it attack, activating the effect, getting rid of that nib, and then he's going to be able to attack with both of those. And simply passing on this. It's weird that we didn't maybe like make a link to pop then, or to send the nib and then attack with those, but I guess they wanted some other stuff. They're going to activate the Rite of Aramasir here. And then he's going to take his token, summoning with that nib token, doing it correctly here. Placing the Fateful Venture onto the field, and now we are off to the races ourselves. I wonder what's in the hand. We're going to be seeing the Start Your Engines, summoning out here Carrie or Leon, and so 3 Leons, summoning out Leon. Leon is going to activate its effects here, or could activate its effects if you wanted to. It's going to pop that Ventura token as well, so we're not going to get any of that other special summon out. And then we're going to be able to summon out the Carrie here, and Carrie's going to be searching for another Start Your Engines. Nice little recursion there we saw. And Leon's able to actually quick synchro here, if we wanted it to. We do see a spell. Is that a talent or a triple attack? Or I guess thrust or talents. We are going to see a talent here. Declaring the draw to effect, needing that any card really. And then activate the effect of Fateful. It's going to get hit with Ghost Ogre. That's very rough. And we're going to scoop it up going on into the game 3 here. I want to know what was the rest in that hand. I think I saw a thrust, but I wasn't too sure. If they have talents in the hand already, they're going to not. Like, that's what they really search off of the talents. Or I guess off the thrust, they search the talents. I think it's really cool how we saw that, like, talents was a crazy card when it first came out. And people were playing 2 of it for the longest time. And then Thrust came out, and everyone was like, oh my god, this card's crazy. Like, this card's like the next talents. It's just absolutely insane. And what is it mostly used for? Searching for talents, which I think is very funny. It's a very full circle. But we do see a lot of players change their side deck patterns due to Thrust. So if they're playing Thrust, they'll normally play like 1 Thrust, 1 Talents, rather than the 2 Talents now. And they'll play on their side deck, instead of like 3 cards of each, they actually play 2 of it. So they're opening up more slots for side decking. So it's a very interesting way of how doing it. Like, because it essentially is your third copy of, like, you don't need to play 3 Lightning Storms if you're playing 2 Lightning Storms and a Thrust. Or same with D-Barrier. I mean, I guess D-Barrier is not really favoritized anymore, but it's still a crazy card. But I just think it's interesting how it really changed how side decking really became an interest. We saw at the start, everyone was like, oh, this card's insane, and it really just affects the side deck, which I guess is the most important part of the competitive scene. So here we're going to be diving into Game 3. The PK player is going to be choosing who's going to go first or second here. They're going to go first themselves, obviously. We're going to see a Rite of Aramasir activating once again, Fateful activating once again, searching for that Rite of Aramasir, activating Rite of Aramasir, placing that token onto the field, and they do not have Fateful in their hands. So they can place it onto the field from their deck. Feels good. They're going to normal summon out the Cloak, and this is very reminiscent of Game 1. Searching for Draco back and then activating the effect once again. Searching for the Griffon. Must be nice not bricking on all those stuff here. You see the Griffin summon itself out. Then we have a Boots here, so we can do the extension, summoning out the because you control a PK monster. We're gonna go into Cherubini. Cherubini is gonna dump. You guys all know how it is. Sometimes it's good to keep the Cherubini underneath, or pointing to the Draco back so it can't get ogred. I'd like to mention that was a little old standard play. Then we're going to be seeing the Rusty Bardiche activates effect, stumping the Torn Scales, setting our good old friend Fog Blade. Torn Scale is also a crazy card. I remember that card was like super expensive back in when it first came out. Those are the good old days. PKs, Phantom Knights, or not P. What am I saying? PK, Phantom Knight, Phantom Knights, Tri Brigades, Virtual Worlds. I love that format. Minus whatever his name was, Calamities. There, he was not very fun. But I do miss that format a lot. We see Torn Scales here dumping the gloves to dump wings as well. We see Cloak search the gloves here, which I think is interesting. They're banishing the wings to summon out the gloves, because glove will give 1,000 attack to whatever it's used. And then we're going to be summoning out the Breaksword. Then we're going to be activating the effect of Rusty, because he was summoned in that zone. You can pop with the Breaksword, summoning back out, and then that will be able to use to summon out the Evil Swarm Nightmare that I was talking about earlier here. And I believe it has a 1k boost. So it's at 19, I think. It doesn't have that much attack. We are able to banish the the gloves from the graveyard to be able to search for a second Fog Blade. And here, it's interesting they chose that zone. I mean, they can still summon back a zone that it points to pop. They're going to set 2 cards here on pass. So all they need is one more card on the field, one more monster to have a full board. They're going to attempt to activate here, which is that they chose to wait till the end. They are targeting the Breaksword here, so that it won't be able to reborn once the copy of Fogblade gets no longer on the field. It's going to resolve, banishing itself. That is very, very good. In case you guys don't know, it really stops. And then activate the effect of Magnemite to search during the end phase, which this is. Searching for that Druid Worm, which is like 2 bodies. Not wasting that Griffin on this. If you guys know anything about PK, that was a very good play by Todd there. And they're going to draw for turn, and I believe they see a Talents. It was a Talent, okay. So we know they have Druid Worm, Talents in hand. I can't see the rest of it, but I have to play very, very carefully here because they are going to be facing a Draco back as well as Evil Swarm. They're going to activate a Foxy Tune. It's going to pitch itself and another copy. And there is another copy of Foxy, so maybe you pitch that. We are going to be seeing them pitch the Foxy Tune. They don't need 2 of it. And they can search for... Summon up the Deer Note here, okay. We're going to be seeing the Evil Swarm Nightmare activate effects here to detach, to flip it, Book of Moon it, essentially. And that is not a once per turn effect. They're going to be tributing to get that Druid Worm onto the field, and then we're going to be activating the effect of Deer Note, summoning back out the Foxy, and we have a huge field now. That is crazy. Activating the field spell here as well. Then they can banish the Foxy from the graveyard, summon out the Wagon, not the best, flipping it face down because it is a tuner. That was the most essential part here, stopping the tuner extension. So you're going to see Foxy Tune's going to attempt to attack into the Rusty. So the reason why he's not active on triple tactic talents is because he knows if he activates triple tactics, that Griffin's going to be negating it essentially. So it's important to stop, stop as much as he can on the board. Then we're going to be seeing the Foxy beat over the Rusty. Then we're going to be seeing the Druid Worm attack into the Cherubini. And it looks like it can protect itself from battle by sending the Draco back. And then Draco back will be able to re-equip. And then they're going to attack into it again. You're going to see Fogblade equip itself to the Magnemut, making it not able to attack. They're going to activate the triple attack talents here to take. And then they're chaining the Griffin here. I wonder if they didn't attack into the token. I mean, it is protected once per turn, so I guess it would essentially do the same thing. But now they can link to. I feel like you just link to and then send the token. Link to, send the token, activate, draw 2. Yeah. Don't really know here, I guess. Like, you're pretty much just getting hit by Fog Blades regardless. See them switch to attack the token there. And then Draco Back's going to be able to bounce back the Wagon into the hands. They are going to have to get rid of that Magnemite, though. That's what kind of sucks here. Because they cannot attack or be attacked. They're going to get Unicorn, and that will do it. Unicorn effect can discard a Droll to spin back the Magnemite. And that will really do it here. They can reborn any of the TK monsters with the Fogblade in the grave. You know, all you have to worry about is that Drawer Swarm. And if they could find a way to negate by just summoning out a monster, which we are going to be seeing here, and then that'll summon out the Torn Scales. Then we're going to activate the Cloak, search for the boots. Are they just forgetting about Fateful altogether here? We're going to activate the Rusty effect, banishing, or I guess sending for cost the gloves, and then we're setting it the Brigands. Activating the Brigands, summon itself out. We're just not respecting Nip at all here. There's so many times where we're going to search for the Griffin here. Then Griffin can summon itself out, and they can just go into access code right here if they wanted to. We're going to be seeing a Link 4 into Appaloosa for 2, summoning out the Cloak. I guess they could go for Torn Scales Pop and then just negate that with Appaloosa and use that as material. Like, they know everything in the hand. It's a simple Wagon. So all they are playing against is a Druid Swarm here. So if they just go into the Break Sword, and then Rusty Effect's going to activate, popping the Druid Swarm. Or we're going to be seeing them not do that. So we're going to be seeing Break Sword pop the field spell in itself. And then Break Sword effect will be activating, summoning back, going for the Raider's Knight potentially, counting the Nib summons here. Going for Raider's Knight, detaching, summoning out Arc Rebellion here. And this is an OTK machine. This thing has 15,000 attack, no attack into it, and that's going to be game there. We see the PK player attack for 15,000 life points here, just right over it. Not even having to worry about the that send there off of the the Juris Room. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you want to see some more content like this, let me know what other decks you guys want to see. I want to feature sometimes some rogue decks. And don't forget to stay safe. Peace.